Welcome, everyone. This is Big Baby Ben.
It's Judas Black here tonight. We're back online with Nasty Nick Nolan, just fresh off a victory with MCW for the MCW World Heavyweight Championship. You know, right before we dig into that, though, I do want Big Baby, go ahead and throw that picture up. And I want to ask Nasty Nick here about the stare down. So, do you get that a lot, Nasty Nick?
People try to do that. She was the only one that actually locked eyes with me and did not look away. I told her she did a good job not blinking, because I needed to blink, to be honest, and I wasn't gonna let that little kid beat me, so I just walked away. But she very feisty.
I see it. Like you got for a solid moment there, you guys just eyes drilled on each other. I was like, holy crap, they're really staring each other down.
Yeah, and I think her brother or something tried to get up on the chair next to her, and she just shoved him down. So
she said, "This is
that
my."
Popped me, but I couldn't laugh. That was right. That popped me, but I couldn't laugh. But yeah, I mean, she's very feisty.
I've seen it for sure. So, digging in here, you just came fresh off a victory. Would you like go ahead and talk about that a little bit here for us?
So last Saturday, I was in a triple threat match with Cole Oxamana and AMB for the MCW Heavyweight Championship. And for months, I've been bitching about how Koa doesn't show up. I finally get my one-on-one match with Koa. AMB decides to cash in his money in the bank and wins the championship. That didn't sit right with me. I obviously had a rematch. Koa had a rematch. We just had our triple threat. And before the match started, I walked up to the owner of the company, Jimmy Smooth, and I told him, I'm going to walk out of this building MCW champion by any means necessary. And it's ironic because that's the building where Koa won the championship, where I should have been in the title match, but I wasn't. And after he won that championship, I beat the shit out of him immediately. And I had my sights set on it since I think that was September or so.
Mm-hmm.
And it finally paid off. And I love it was in the same building with the same fans. So, I mean, that story came full circle. So that was really nice. And there was no doubt in my mind that I was going to walk out with that championship. I told everybody for months that I was going to walk out with that championship. And that's exactly what I did.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. It was a hell of a match, man. Just back and forth between everybody. The interferences was crazy. With Koa's wife, just kept trying to get involved, but she got involved and she got what she had coming to her. And
well, her and I, we've had a thing since the beginning. Like the very first show at MCW, she tried to interject. She defends her husband, just like any wife should. She tried to interject. She got a DDT for it. And what was nice about that one, that was at the very first MCW show. She had it looked like a Harry Potter scar on her head for a little while. It looked like a little thunderbolt on her head. And to be fair, she's gotten me back. She's gotten me back a couple of times. After I beat Brian Kendrick, I was going to break Brian's neck. I put his head between the chair. I was going to stomp on the chair. Koa made the save with Callies. And they beat me up. They beat me up well right after that. It would figure, it's 2-on-1 after I have a match with one of the greatest wrestlers of all time. But she beat me down with the chair then. At this last show, she again interfered, stopped me from crushing Koa's head again, which perfect timing by her. At the time, saved her husband. But afterwards, I was going to smash his head and AMB's head at the same time with the double concerto. She decided to interject one more time, but this time I DDT'd her on a chair. And you know what? To be honest, she had it coming. It's a long time coming. And that's her receipt for hitting me with that chair. And then I smashed Koa's head.
Yeah, no, he definitely he sold that very well too. Like I seen his legs quivering and shaking. And I was like,
that's not selling, brother.
You said that's not selling?
That's not selling. I really tagged him.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
Ooh, shit.
Holy shit. Damn.
Wow.
I don't want to cross the boundaries with you, man.
In that triple threat match, you lived up to your name. You wore Nasty Nick Nolan, a total badass throughout the whole match. And I have to say, man, I love your spear.
Oh, I appreciate it. You know, I mean, everyone has a unique spear because a spear doesn't really belong to one person because there's so many people that do it and there's so many people that do it great and there's so many greats that do it. I'd like to say I have the best one and I'm the greatest one to ever do it. Eventually, you will see that on Netflix or USA, and I'll do it to the very best in the world.
There you go.
Absolutely. And, you know, you have an upcoming match, May 24th, Skydive Chicago, Ottawa, Illinois, against the ECW legend, Rhino.
Yeah, you know, I'm like I said. So for those of you who are listening to this and don't know, I wrestled Rhino on my birthday last year. Awesome. And it was an ECW Extreme Rules match made by him, and I beat him. And then he decides to show up again, raining on my parade after I win my championship that I said that I was going to win by any means necessary. Shows up on the Titantron, runs his mouth, challenges me to another fight. Now, the difference between me this year and me last year, if this was last year, I'd be like, oh, please, I would love to get in the ring with you, Mr. Rhino. It's an honor. It's not an honor now. Like, I already beat you, brother. Like, I don't need this match. You need this match. I already beat you. You know, if anything, you need this match more than I do because you have something to prove to me that you're better than me, which I know you're not. And so I wasn't going to accept it simply because there's no need to. I already beat him. But he went on this tangent, and I don't know if you guys remember, he was just talking about how he wants to gore me and how he wants to beat respect into me. Mm-hmm. And that didn't sit well with me because apparently I thought I did a good job last year of beating him up, but I didn't do a good enough job. So now my main mission after winning this championship is proving to everybody, just like I proved at Skydive Chicago last Saturday, that nobody is better than Nolan. So in this match, Extreme Rules, I chose a stipulation this time. He chose it last time. I chose it this time because I want him to be ready. I want him to be in his element. I want him to be the Rhino that I grew up watching, that would spear people in half, spear people through tables, that would tear people apart limb from limb. You know, this guy is a legend. He's I said it before, I'll say it again. He's a WWE first ballot Hall of Famer for sure. There's not a question in my mind, and I'm sure there's not a question in his mind. But he's challenging me for my MCW championship. He's fighting for that. I'm fighting to prove a point. I'm fighting to show him, to beat into him that nobody is better than me. Nobody is better than Nolan. And on May 24th, I'm going to do it again. I did it once, didn't do a good enough job. I will beat the shit out of him next time, and he will get that point.
Well, and you're also putting him right into the, like you said, his own elements, his own setting, so he will have no excuse. Or reason to say of this or this or this and that. No, you were right there in your own element, and I want
him to be. I want him to be. I don't want him to question anything. That's what he's known for. He's a former hardcore champion. You said it before. Everyone knows this. He's an ECW legend. He's an extreme legend. He's a hardcore legend.
Absolutely.
And I want him to be. I want him to be 100%. I want him to be in there with full confidence, not a doubt in his mind that he can beat me, and that's the truth. But the fact is, he can't beat me. He's never beaten me, and he'll never beat me. And that's fine. That's fine. That's something he has to live with the rest of his life. To me, it's just Rhino. You know, but to him, this is something that's probably going to eat him alive for the rest of his life. And to be honest, I didn't even know this guy still wrestled after I beat him. So I was just as surprised as everybody else that he showed up on the Titantron running his mouth, because I know he likes to play on his little boats that he has and all that. I thought that's what he was doing after I beat the shit out of him last year. I thought he decided to call it quits, but apparently not. He wants some more, and I'll give him some more.
Absolutely. You know, Nasty Nick here, you know, saying that you're going to give him everything he wants and more, but he's going to be taking an ass whooping, and he ain't walking away with that title.
Oh, no, he's not. And I know that I'm going to get my ass whipped too. He whipped my ass bad last year.
Yeah.
But I'm not the same professional wrestler that I was a year ago. You know, I'm going into I've only been wrestling for about a year and, I don't know, a year and 4 or 5 months, something like that. And I wrestled him within my first 6 months of wrestling.
Damn.
That's impressive.
Yeah, and I beat him then. So, and he's been wrestling for 20-something years. So that just says, like, I'm every bit as good as I say I am.
Absolutely. Facts.
That is
Absolutely.
facts.
That is absolute. Every time I've watched you wrestle, it's been impressive every fucking time. I mean, you are one of the best wrestlers I've seen in the indie circuit, period.
And I appreciate that. I mean, I try to evolve and grow as a performer. And to be honest, like, I feel like I've made tremendous progress in this last year, and I owe that to my coaches, who sit down and watch my stuff and give me my feedback and tell me how to become a better professional wrestler. And they're the best in the world, so I give a lot of credit to them, but at the same time, I'm the one putting in the work. I'm the one that's actually taking what they say and putting it into action. It's not what it's what you do with what you know. And I know a lot now, and it's only a matter of time. It's going to happen. It's only a matter of time before I'm wrestling one of them.
Absolutely.
On WrestleMania, on Netflix, on USA. So I know that's going to happen. So you can play this back when that does happen. If like, I told you so.
Yeah, but you keep making that reference, the best in the world.
Oh, no, I'm not talking about CM Punk. I'm not talking about CM Punk. I mean, in my opinion, one of the greatest in the world. Don't get me wrong. I'll beat CM Punk too. But
there we go.
I mean, in my opinion, one of the best in the world is Seth Rollins. So,
no, that's a fact.
Absolutely.
That's a fact.
Yes.
And that's, the level I aspire to be at, and I will be at. And like I said, it's only a matter of time before someone picks me up, and preferably WWE, because we'd save a lot of time and make a lot of money real quick.
Absolutely.
And I've wrestled him before, I didn't win, and that's fine. But when I wrestle him on Netflix, it's a whole different ballgame. I'm not the same kid that I was 2 years ago,
No. Nope. Seth Rollins going to realize that real quick when he steps back in the ring with you.
Real quick.
100%.
We have Oscar Rodriguez with the comment.
Oh, fuck that guy.
As much as I hate to admit it, Nasty Nick Nolan is the real deal.
Well, he's preaching to the choir. He's not telling me anything I don't know. And I mean, to be honest, fuck Oscar. Like, he's a pain in my ass. That's one of those people that I don't like in this business. Him, Austin Coe, I can't stand any of them, But to be fair, he does work behind the scenes, and he does bust his ass to make MCW the best product that he can possibly make it. And that's something that I appreciate, because that gives me a platform. And then I get a platform, my brand grows, MCW grows. So for as much as I don't like him, I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All righty.
All right.
Well, for everyone that didn't hear and they're hearing now, May 24th, Skydive Chicago, Ottawa, Illinois. It's Nasty Nick Nolan. No one better than Nolan versus Rhino.
In a Extreme Rules match. You don't want to miss it, because if you aren't there, you are missing out. We're super excited.
If you ain't there watching Nasty Nick Nolan, you're lame.
Yeah, you really are. And to be honest, I know a lot of people may not be able to make it to Skydive Chicago. I want to see if MCW can start going on IWTV or streaming on YouTube or something like that. Because, yeah, you can watch it. I upload my stuff, but I want everyone to watch this live in real time so they can see the ass whipping Rhino gets live as it happens. So
it'll be live on my on Wrestling Bros Facebook. It'll be live on Twitter or TikTok. It'll all be up there. Yep.
Good. Because I want everyone to see this ass whipping. And to be honest, like this could be Rhino's last match. At the same time, it could be my last match. I know that, but I'm not afraid of that. I have nothing to lose in this situation. If I lose, so what? It's not a big deal to me. I already beat him. It'd be 1-1 if he does, by some miracle, by some grace of God, beat me and become the MCW champion. But guess what? I would have a rematch, and I'd beat him then. It'd be 2-1, and he'd still be chasing me. So that's okay.
Yep.
You can't win them all, but I do.
Absolutely.
I haven't seen you lose yet.
No.
Yeah, good. I don't plan
I
on
haven't
losing.
seen it yet.
I don't lose in a fair fight. I lose. I've lost. Don't get me wrong. I have lost. That's because people interfere and people stick their nose in my business. But they all learn the hard way that nobody's better than Nolan. They all get their receipts. They all get their ass whipped. And every single person that's done that has found their head on the other end of a steel chair. So take that as you will.
All right. All right.
Well, I'm Big Baby Ben.
Judas Black. This was an exclusive with Nasty Nick Nolan regarding his MCW World Championship run and his matches coming up. Thank you for watching, fans. It's Wrestling with Bros.